Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Michelle. Michelle Draws is my channel. And yeah, I usually do a lot of drawing content, animation content, and how to draw kind of content. But this video is a little different. This is my PC I just built. I built this back in August, actually September. It was September. I bought the stuff in August, end of August, throughout August, but the bulk of it came throughout the end of August, and then I started building it in September. And I was in Georgia for a summer, so coming back to New York, I had some things to clean up in my room. A lot of dust accumulated. So yeah, and I knew I wanted to refresh for my desk, so I started with cleaning up my desk area. By now, my monitor came in and my PC case came in at this point. So I was excited. As soon as I got off the airplane, that's all I was thinking about was my PC. Putting it together, because I was ordering the parts to come in while I was still in Georgia. And some of them, my aunt brought them in for me. So they were already in my room waiting for me. So I was excited to get things cleaned off and ready. I had this plastic cover on my desk that was so I could protect the desk a little bit more and keep it white. But as you could tell, it was just, I think I also burned through it. I had a blow dryer on here and it burnt through it, and I was like, okay, maybe this is the end of this. The desk I really wanted was like this tempered glass flexi spot desk. But at the time I didn't have money for it, so I just got like the regular desktop, white desktop. But that one's hopefully coming soon, the one I really want. But for now, this is the desk I have. And so yeah, I just cleaned it off, wiped it down, took off the plastic mat, and then put on my new Lee & 011 Dynamic Mini V2 case, the version 2 that it just came out in August. So I was excited about it because I was like, oh, it has like a little ramp, a little slant at the bottom for the bottom fans, so more air can be able to pass through underneath, and I love it. I was like, oh, I pre-ordered it, so I got it. It came pretty early though. I think August 11th it came in around that time. But yeah, I was unboxing it. I was so happy to see it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I spent my whole summer watching PC videos, nothing but PC videos on YouTube, on TikTok. If it wasn't a PC video, I wasn't watching it. I did not care. I did not want to watch it. I was only when I have like I have a one-track mind sometimes, and I just want to, and I know I want something, I'm gonna learn how to do it, how to build it, all the little ins and outs of it. So yeah, that's all I did was watch how to put together PC and how to set up BIOS and things like that. So yeah, this is my monitor. I got a Dell monitor. It's a 4K monitor. The name is long too. I'll put it on the screen, but it was white, and that's why I wanted it, and it wasn't too expensive. I was torn between this and an Asus. There was Asus Rogue monitor that's white, but I like this one because it's more minimal. It's not too, and it's 4K, and it's not too gamer looking. Like, I want something that looks not too, I don't know, too gamer looking, too like technical and like complex. Like, they had like a little X at the bottom as the base and stuff like that for the Asus. I was like, I need something simple. I don't need anything too complicated. And yeah, this one works great. I love it. I'm editing on it right now. The colors come through great. I mean, all I really play on here is Sims, so I mean, I'm happy with how it looks on here. It looks better than it does on my Mac, so my MacBook. So I'm excited. I loved it as it is right now. But I'm just plugging it in. I plug the power cord in, and then I plug in the HDMI at the bottom, and then I put the stand on it. The stand was really easy to put in. I was like, oh, okay. You just like hook it in at the back, and I was like, okay, this is nice, and snap it at the bottom, I think. But yeah, super easy. This was my first PC, and everybody thought I was crazy building my PC. My mom would laugh at me. My aunt was like, what are you doing? My brother, he bought his PC pre-built from Micro Center, so They were like, what? My only one that, believed in me was my little brother, who's 17. He loves tech videos. He watches this stuff all the time. He's the one who's like, you could build a PC. And he kind of helped me put my PC parts together. And with me also just doing a lot of research and watching a lot of YouTube videos and comparison videos and things like that. But here's me showing you my AMD Ryzen 7 780X3D. That's the CPU I went with. I wanted to go with the 980, 7980. I think that's what it is, the next one up. But my brother said, you don't need that for Sims. And I was talking to ChatGPT, and I was trying to figure out, like, what did I need. Also, ChatGPT came through. Although me and ChatGPT had an argument at the end. But it helped me realize I didn't need too big of a CPU for Sims. So I was like, okay, great. So yeah, this was the part I was scared of, because everybody on YouTube made it seem like it was like do or die. And I get it, it is, if you mess up like the CPU like pegs at the bottom of the motherboard or anything like, or but it was way harder and way more pressure on here you had to put than I thought. But this part was like a little scary for me. I mean, I was like, okay, I'm game for the challenge, but I was like, okay, the once I try to put it down to take out the cover or to open this cover, I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of like a stiff kind of like mechanism. And I was so scared to handle the CPU taking it out. I was like, oh, but it wasn't too bad. This was probably, based on all the challenges I go throughout this video, the easiest part. But every step had its challenge. Like, I can't say, like, there was, like, those times where I wanted to cry. Like, I literally had blood. It was, like, when you say blood, sweat, and tears put into this PC, blood, sweat, and tears, literally putting in this PC, putting it together. But here's me closing it down. And I was like, isn't it supposed to hook in? And I was a little nervous about this. And then pushing it down was like a struggle. I was like, this is hard. I was like, I was like, did I do something wrong? And then it snapped off and I was like, okay, I think I did it right. And then this last part, you can see the screen shaking because I'm trying so hard to get it underneath the little hook, but it was set. And I was like, okay, yay. It worked out perfectly. But this is me putting my G-Skill Trident Z5 ZS. I got 32 gigs RAM. And I love these ones. These ones look like, I don't know, diamonds to me. And I love how the colors looked on them when they were like in and like set up and when the PC's on. I watched a lot of RAM videos. I know a lot of people go with the, what is it? The Asus ones, I think. I can't remember what those ones are called, but the white ones. And I was like, okay, those ones, I mean, they're fine. Those also look too gamer for me. Like, I wanted something that looked a little bit more stylish, a little bit more cuter. And I loved how these looked in videos. So, now you see my reflection in the RAM. This was also a process. Like I said, every part was a process for me. I put them in backwards, so that's why they weren't clicking. And I was like confused and I was kind of scared. I was like, is it not it's not gonna fit for my motherboard? Like I was like confused. That was what's going on. I was like, I thought this was gonna be the easiest part. Just snap it in and everything. I love to hear the snap in like everybody else's videos. And I was like, why am I not hearing that same snap? And I was like on FaceTime with my little brother, the 17-year-old one that helped me. And I think he's the one who's like, did you put it in backwards? And I was like, oh, let me try that. So, yeah, I flipped it around. Eventually I figured it out, but you get to see me struggle a lot through this video. I'm like pressing really hard on it. I'm like, maybe I need to put more pressure on it. And I'm like, oh, hopefully I don't damage this. And then finally I realized I need to flip them eventually. But yeah, I also thought I took footage. I mean, maybe I did, but I don't know where it is, of me putting my SSD in. That was also a process. I got the Samsung 4TB SSD chip, and that was another battle. I was trying to figure it out how to like layer that there's like a little cushion thing, like a black cushion thing that goes in. It's been so long since I built this PC. I'm like, now my brain is fried. I just finished my senior project, so my brain is like actually fried. I can't think about anything else other than right now. I'm about to go on a trip to Europe. So I need this trip more than anything. I'm done, but I can't remember anything for right now to save my life. I cannot remember what those little sticky things are, but you pat it. You just need to pat it up so the SSD hits the top of the cover that it's in, and I was struggling with that. So, but friends, you got it in. Obviously, I'm editing on the PC right now. So, but yeah, here's my case. I took the panels off, and then now I'm like loading in the motherboard carefully. Super scared to drop it. I didn't want to drop it, so I made sure I put my hand through the motherboard out. What's it called? Inputs? What are these, like the little port side that sticks out? And I try to put it through there. Put my hand through there so I could gently put it down into the socket, and then I did a little cool screw montage for you guys. But after I got the placement of this motherboard, when I put it in, I was like, oh, this looks like a real computer. But every time I added a piece, I was like, oh my gosh, it's getting closer and closer. But yeah, I was super happy. I was happy, and I was also distressed, and I was just also impatient because I wanted to see this together, and I wanted to be able to play Sims because I haven't played Sims in months. Because ironically, as I was building this PC, my computer, my MacBook Pro was getting worse and worse and worse, and like performance wise, it was crashing on me. Sims wouldn't work. Super slow. I was like, what's going on here? Just editing a video took forever. Editing anything. Loading up Google Chrome. I know Google Chrome is a heavy app, but my MacBook wasn't even able to handle it, and I'm like, what's going on here? So yeah, but yeah, here is me unpacking my fans. I have a whole issue with fans eventually, but this is the first set of fans I got. And so these weren't originally the fans I wanted, or I thought that I was getting. I thought there's a newer version of the Lee & Lee fans that people have with the side that looks the LED side looks really cool, but I think I got an older version of the fans. I don't know what the version of these fans they are, but they're not the fans I've been seeing in everybody's videos, but I'm fine with it. At this point, I was like, I don't care. I just want this PC together. So I could have like waited for some certain parts, and I could have, took my time on certain things a little bit more, but I was like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Like, I waited so long. I waited 3 months. I was waiting all summer to put this together. I saved up all summer for this. Altogether, my PC was $3,500. I also built it ordered all the pieces at the wrong time. If I probably ordered during like July when the Amazon Prime Day was, I probably would have gotten a better deal. But yeah, but here I install all my fans. I do 2 intakes on the side of the motherboard, and then that one is on the rear is the exhaust. And then actually, did I do exhaust? Oh yeah. And top and so top and the cooler is also my CPU cooler is another exhaust. That's what it was. My bottom and my side is my intake for it to exhaust, and based on, you can just look at it and tell if it's exhaust or intake. Right now I can't look at mine because they're moving, so I can't tell you what they are. Oh yeah, I put my strimmer in. I was so excited about the strimmer. I wish I got a strimmer also for my GPU to my PSU. But after all the GPU problems I have, as long as it works at this point, I'm happy. But yeah, I was so excited for my Lee & Lee strimmer. I saw people getting it expensive though. It was like, what, $80? Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Getting all my stuff in like August at a random time where a lot of people were building PCs for school or whatever it was, everything was expensive, but not compared to now. Like if I was looking at the prices of RAM, the RAM that I got was like $100 and something dollars, is $460 right now. Because I guess everybody's doing like AI building stuff. I don't know. I saw some people put the CPU cover on theirs. I bought an extra. I thought it was cool. I found the gray one. I saw some people like putting like red ones and black ones. I was like, I don't want that for my white aesthetic PC. Even though I don't see it, I see a little bit from where I am, but not really. But for my PSU, I got the Lee Ego 850 watt in black. I was gonna get the white one. A lot of issues with that, and I was also gonna get, I think, 1,000 watts, but I couldn't. It first of all, it was out of stock. It was going crazy. Every 5 seconds I would look at Amazon, it was out of stock. It would be in stock and it would go right back out of stock. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I think somebody on Reddit was like, why did you get the black one? And if you have an all white setup, I had no other choice, so I went with the black one. That was what was in stock consistently. It was just fine because, you know, there's still black elements to my piece. Like the GPU still has a black front, so either way, it's gonna have black on it. Oh my god, my GPU. GPU was easily the most expensive thing I bought. That was $1,000. I got the 5070 Ti, 16 gig overclocked GPU. It was a Gigabyte Aero. I was gonna go with, I was stuck between this and an Asus, and I didn't do the Asus because I heard that it's more noisier, which I'm so happy I did. I love this one more. I can't lie. I do love my Gigabyte. But yeah, it's super beautiful. I was gonna go with originally just a 5070, but then I didn't know how I don't know. Just to be safe, I wanted to go with something a little bit more powerful. So I was like, okay, I'll go up a couple hundred for the 5070 Ti, and that's how I ended up with. So here starts my struggles with my GPU, inserting it, and it's called seating it. As I have learned through the Reddit community, seating my GPU was the hardest part and the saddest part, and probably the part I spent the most time crying about. It was not seating for some reason, and I thought it was broken. It wasn't showing up when I started it, but yeah, I was excited to put it in. I thought I put it in right here, and then now this cooler, it was another situation. I wanted a different cooler. I wanted the newer version of this cooler. I think I have the older version. This is the older version I'm buying. Because the newer version that I ordered originally, I ordered two. I ordered this one. I ordered the newer version first, but it was not coming in till later in the week. I think on a Friday. I started building this on like a Saturday. I was like, there's no way I'm waiting a whole week just for a cooler. Like, I was like, okay, so this one said it will come the next day. So I built this on the Sunday, and I was like, okay, great. So I got the older cooler on Sunday. I think it's also bigger. I don't know, but it was, I don't think it's not the newest version of this Trix Panorama cooler. So I was like, okay, but whatever would come in is what I was looking for. So that's what ended up being put into my PC. It also costed $100 more than the newer version. I don't know why. So I don't know what that's about, but I ended up spending $100 more on a cooler, and I canceled out the other one that came. But yeah, that was another issue that I had to deal with. But I put my Lee fans on here. And yeah, it works good. I think I guess right now I'm having an issue where my CPU is clocking for temperature time at a crazy amount. Let me see if I could like pull that up really quick. But I think it's like 140 degrees, and I don't know why. Like, I haven't had any issues with it, but I don't know why it's clocking so hot, or is, the stats are coming in that hot. But yeah, this is my first test of turning it on, seeing all the lights come on bright and beautiful. It was, and then the light kind of like turned off on my rear fan and then came back on. I was like, okay. Even now that I turn it on sometimes, if I haven't turned it on in a while, it does that. But yeah, this is a sort of me figuring out something's wrong with my GPU. It wasn't showing anything, and then I had a light on my motherboard by the VRAM, saying that there's something wrong with my motherboard. So I mean, not my motherboard, my GPU. So I plugged it in. My motherboard has integrated graphics. This is where I got into fight with ChatGPT, trying to figure out what's going on with my GPU, because it was telling me, I said I only get a screen display from my motherboard, and it was like, your motherboard shouldn't be displaying any. The B850 doesn't display a screen. And I'm like, yes, it does. It does has an integrated graphics, and it was like, tell me no. So I had to I was fighting with it for 2 days, like trying to get it to actually help me, because it was stuck on this part. Like that B850s don't have integrated graphics, and I was like, yes. I had to show a link to the website, and then it like recalculated for like a good minute, and then it was like, I'm sorry. I was like, what? It like rethought itself, and it realized that it does have integrated graphics, and it was like, you're right. And I was like, oh. But I was like, bro, you can't tell me I'm wrong. I don't know why I was hung up on that. I was like, you can't tell me I'm wrong. Like, wasn't even helping me. It was like, tell me that I was wrong about the integrated graphics part. I'm like, can you just move on from that? It does have integrated graphics on my motherboard. My GPU is not seating. Please help me. But eventually I got some help from the Reddit community. But yeah, the Reddit community came through. Thank you, Reddit. I was shocked. As soon as I posted it, I was getting like comments back to back to back, and people really helping me. And then the first comment was probably the best comment, basically saying the GPU is not in the PCIe slot correctly. Apply more force, and the tab of the PCIe slot should click into place, and like it does in the videos. But mine was just not clicking. No matter how hard and how much pressure I put on, it wasn't clicking. And I was like, also, when I would put so how I got to work eventually was taking out everything. I took out my cooler, I took out my motherboard, I put in my motherboard again, I took out my fans, I put my motherboard in again, and then just with the motherboard in, I seated my GPU properly, make it top. I put it on my bed, and I made sure I put all the pressure I could onto it, and seated into the PCE. And I heard that click. And I almost cried. I think I did shed a tear. It came in from school. I was trying throughout the week, every day coming in. I was like, please, this worked. Please, this work. And it did. And I was like, oh my God. Try again. I guess that's the lesson. But, yeah, and have more patience. But I finally got it up. I finally decorated my desk. I was super excited. I bought this keyboard over the summer. It's an Anua keyboard. I got the little white coily thing I saw everybody on their videos have. I got a new mouse. I used to have the Razer Death Adder, the basic version, but now I have the Pro. I wanted the Viper, but it was sold out on Amazon Prime Day. I got that. I got a new mouse pad. I got the mouse pad off of Temu. I got a new like whiteboard, like has a LED lights underneath it. It's cool. It sits on my desk right underneath my monitor with the things I'm trying to like remember to do and things like that. A mouse pad. I had one for my mouse, but I needed one for like my keyboard and mouse area. So I got like this acrylic one. I was bouncing back and forth between like a white one, and then I got a cloud coaster for my desk so I could put my drinks on. And I just like decorated it with Peach Riot figurines. I have a lot. I ordered more. I also bought some of these Molly collectibles from Newbury Comic. Eventually, I did invest in a Belkin wireless charger for my phone to stand up, and it charges it, and then I can put my AirPods at the back of it. I got that, and then I got a Blue Yeti mic in white. Got me a webcam, a 4K webcam. Yeah, super excited to be here now and make more content, use this PC to make more videos for you guys. And yeah, more videos coming soon, more animations coming soon. Yeah, I also graduated. I'm done with school now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, anything you guys celebrate over the holidays. Happy holidays in general. Bye.